Ba-da-dum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Whoa, there goes my glasses. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. Day-day-bum, bum, dum, bum, bum, dee. Day-day-bum, dum, bum. Dee-day-bum, bum, 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 bum. Gonna cook some haggis this morning. Oh, yes, I am. I'm gonna cook us some haggis while we're on the streameroni. So, I suppose, let's get the headphones on. We better get started, yeah? I think that would be a good idea. Let's do it. Good morning, Scotland. Good morning, Instagram world, Facebook world, Snapchat world, YouTube land, and anybody else that is in social media land. Yes, the empire of social media. How are you, all? I'm amazing, and I have my phone. Look at this. Hold on. It is in a safe cradle today. A safe cradle. We can shake it. We can move it. It's going nowhere. It is not falling out the window today. I guarantee it. Oh God, that's just tempting fate, isn't it? That's just not good. I'm going to get myself into all sorts of trouble for saying that. So how are you? I hope you're good. I just want to say straight up, straight now, let's just see if he is in the chat room, actually. Roberto, are you there? Are you there, Roberto? Roberto. That's amazing. Love you, Barry. Good man. Roberto, if you're there, make yourself known, because I'm not going to talk about this until you are there. I'm going to go make coffee the RAB WAY first. Then we'll go back to it. We will go back to it. It is, weather says it's glorious outside. My good lady wife's weather app says it's going to be freezing cold, which is just no good. I don't want it to be freezing cold. I wanted to barbecue again today, and I don't think I'm going to get to barbecue. Well, we could do have a Scottish barbecue, have a wee fire on the go, have a wee some marshmallows, stuff like that. Right, okay, we've not done lessons with RAB for making coffee for a while. To make coffee the RAB way, it's milk or coffee in the cup first. So I put my milk in. I'm now putting my 1.5 teaspoons of coffee for the big mug in. And you stir this until the coffee completely dissolves, okay? Because the hot water will not scald the coffee grinds. I've actually had several coffees this morning already, but that should not surprise you by now. Let's go and see if Roberto is in the chat room yet. If he's coming in today, he might be working. Oh, yes, he's there. Magic. I'm glad you're there. Listen, this man, Roberto, we love you, brother. He saw yesterday when I was cooking on Instagram Live after the Sunday Papers edition, he was saying he was going to be grilling haggis. And I said I didn't have any haggis. So after his work yesterday, he bought me haggis. And he dropped it off at my front door. What a guy. What a guy. And it's not just any old haggis. It's the best haggis. McSween's, probably the best haggis in the world. McSween's, if you want any form of endorsement thing going on here, I'll happily take you up on that. You don't need to pay me. You just need to give me a code for your online shop and give me some free haggis. That's it. I'm a haggis maniac. Anybody that wants to forward this video onto McSween's, please do so, because McSween's haggis is the best. We're about to cook it. Little bits of slicey breakfast haggis, because Roberto grilled it yesterday. He said he didn't have much success. So we are going to cook haggis after we've done the, what's it called? The weather. And then we'll look at the papers. Or should we do the papers first? I don't know. I can't decide. It's that. Good morning, Roddick. Little boy. Right, okay, let's quickly look at the chat, then we'll decide what we're going to do. Okay. Yes. Right, Roberto, if you don't get a chance to watch I don't know whether you can watch the whole show this morning, whether you're working or not, but we are going to cook haggis, but we're going to do a quick look at the papers and a quick look at the weather, and then we'll go and do the haggis at the end, because that's much more fun. And excuse me for the sounds in the background, okay, because second youngest, he's playing the hiding from daddy game, and the oldest are on the sofa. Second youngest is watching Phineas and Ferb. We like Phineas and Ferb as well. But Paxton, can you move that way so I can go that way, please? We are going to have a quick look out the weather window. It's the weather window with Mojax. Happy birthday, and be careful with your phone. Be careful with your phone.
It would be super
oh
funny
my
if that
word.
happens
Right,
again.
okay. No, it's not going to be super funny if it happens again. Thank you very much, crazy cat. Now look at that. Hold on. What's going on with the camera? Oh God, you know what happens when you push take the camera off button? It's no good. Does it not look beautiful today? It doesn't feel cold. But you know, this is Scottish weather. Right, looking east, blue skies. A wisp of a cloud. Some more wisps of clouds. Look at it, it's beautiful. And the ground, I'm being very careful. The ground is dry. The sun is shining. There is actually, I can feel wind, but the bushes are not blowing. Look, see, they're not blowy. They're not blowy. The wood pigeons are hooing. And let's check the old air quality. Yep, there is no sea in the air. We don't have an onshore wind as a result of that. It is beautiful. What's up?
Help with the...
You want to do the weather one morning? Okay,
No.
if you okay. Do you want to do the weather now? Right, okay. Rune's no, you're not touching the phone to do the weather. We're not got my bulletproof case anymore. That got ruined. Ha! Ruined. Right. Ruin is going to do the weather. Oh look, there's a white cat. Hold on. See the white cat?
Yeah.
Amazing. Neighbour's cat's amazing. Right, go on. Stick your head out, look at the camera. You've got to look at the camera while you're doing it.
The weather is sunny, but the air is cold. And the wind is blowing to my right. What?
You're amazing. Can I close the window?
No.
Right, you close it after you're done then, please.
Over there, it looks
It's budding meteorologist there. Astounding. Right. Okay, so we've got haggis pizza is awesome. I agree with you. There was one night I got really drunk on Vine. Well, not wine, but there was this app called Vine. And I said, I got the munchies. And somebody says, go make a pizza. And then Buddhist Metalhead, friend of mine on Vine, says, go make a haggis pizza. So 3 o'clock in the morning, I went round to the 24-hour Asda, bought a tomato pizza and sliced haggis. Stuck it on the pizza. It was delicious. Put a Chihuahua dog harness on the mobile and gently lower it down. No, we're not in Italy, Mum. We're not in Italy. Okay, where's my coffee? Oh, it's there. Great. This is going to be interesting. How are we going to do this? Let's cook the haggis first and then go to the papers, because then I only have to do one transition for it all. Great. Okay, haggisio. So we're going to get set up. Let's flip it around. I've got my wee light here. Come on. There we go. The light's on so you can see what is going to be happening. Okay? We've got a little pan. We've got the butter. That's porridge from the kids' breakfast earlier on. A bit of butter, a bit of oil. Okay? Butter, olive oil, rolls. Because we're doing it in a roll. Right? That is what we are going to do. Right? So, better light over here. Good, right, so McSween's haggis. It's vacuum sealed for freshness, which is ideal for mail order, okay? And then it's got an easy peel little part on the side. And believe me, this is actually easy to peel compared to some of them. You know, too much, see? Oh. The smell of that is astounding. I'm going to have both these bits and leave the other 2 bits for the boys. Okay? Right, so look at this.
Having 2.
I'm having 2 of these bits. There's another. No, you're not. I'm not cooking any for you just now. This is all for me. Right, so look. That is a perfect breakfast slice of haggis. Isn't that amazing? If you want to know how to make haggis, right, Google it. It will put you off if you want to know what's actually in it. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to flip the camera around so you can see roughly what I'm doing there. Let's just put that up. Great. Right, so the thing to do here is, you're looking at about maybe a tablespoon of oil, okay, in a tiny little pan like this. And you want to start having that on a gentle heat. That's why I'm using the small ring here. It's going to be a gentle heat, okay. And I always put, when I'm cooking frying haggis, I always put about a teaspoon of butter in as well, on top of the oil. Roberto, this is for you, man. Okay, trust me when I do this, right? Now, what you want to do, this is the important part as well. You want to let that oil render down, sorry, the butter to render down. So you may have to turn the heat up a little bit. Okay, because it needs to melt into the oil for it to go ahead. Let me just grab my coffee. I'll be right back. I need my coffee. Hello, little boy. How are you? Nom 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 coffee. Right, that's taking ages. Why is that taking ages today? You're not direct. Okay, we're going to put it on the big heaty thing to get it melted because I'm bored waiting for it. So look at that over here. Okay, we need that to melt down. Why is that one taking ages? That's got a low flame. Maybe I need to clean the parts out of it. So yeah, get that buttery goodness all melted down. If you're chatting, I cannot see the chat while I'm in the phony bit here doing the do. All right? Right, so once the butter's melted, we now have to wait till the butter, you'll be able to tell, watch, see, that's it. That is it. That's it ready. That's it ready to receive the haggis. Okay, so get that in and get that in. Get it moving. Get it moving. Look at that. Look at that haggisy buttery goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, so while that cooks, let me just get that down to the low heat that we need it to be. We do not want it to burn the haggis. We want it to cook the haggis. To cook the haggis. All right, so yes, I've got the word of the day is so. It's my connective. It is my transitional word from one sentence to another. Add light over there. Add light over there. We are going to put it on a sesame seed bun today. Why a sesame seed bun? I will tell you why. It's the only goddamn rules I've got. Okay? Let's just face it. If it's the only rules you've got, that's the only rules you've got to use. Okay? Open it up nicely. Get a bit of butter on the roll. Okay, we need to butter the roll. All right? Just enough. Just enough to take the dryness off it. Okay, there we go. We're looking good. We're looking good. Let's go back to the haggis. Get the light on the haggis. You're the star of the show, haggis. You're the star of the show. Oh, look at that. Right. Get the flipper. Here's the flipper. Now, this has been on for about, what? A minute and a half? 90 seconds or something? It does not take long. Okay? Now, I'm flipping it because I don't want it to burn. Okay, we will flip it again. But look, we can now have that traditional cooked haggis. Look, this doesn't go like black pudding, which goes black. All right. All right. Just gently cook it. Gently cook it. All right. At this stage, I will get a pot lid. Now that's not too big. I will get a pot lid and cover it because I want the heat to circulate. I want it to radiate around inside that pot so it cooks it thoroughly through. So because we've cooked the one side of it, and we're now cooking the other side and allowing the heat to circulate round to go for it. It's all the alchemy of cooking. Let's see what the chat says.
Daddy, can I tell you
What?
theory about Phineas?
Yeah, after the stream. Okay? I'm not going to sit and listen to Phineas and Ferb chat just now, but I'll speak to you about it after the stream. Okay? Good. Right, so let's have a look at the chit chat. Grandma's still saying that. I can't, if there's any other chit chat, it's not catching up just yet, which is fine. Good. Right, let's go back and check on the haggis. Hang on, actually, we'll see if daughter was doing PE with John today. You okay? Oh, we missed her. She's just finished doing PE. Did you do it all? How many viewers did he have?
It was like 280,000 or 90,000.
Wow. PE with Joe in the morning, okay, at 9 o'clock on his channel had 280 odd thousand viewers this morning. That's insane. His half-hour show got him over 100,000 hours worth of view time. I would kill for that publicity. Right. Look, it's sizzling away. We're looking good. Now, haggis, because it has grains in it as well, will start to go a bit like popcorn. Now, you can hear it popping and crackling. That is the grains popping and crackling. It's also very delicate. Okay, that's why you cook it slowly. And we're going to turn this right down now. The heat is right down. We need to get the cameroonie, bring it over to here, because we will use the small heat again. Can you hear that crackle? Okay. Turn the light round. Okay. That is actually spitting little mini bits of what seems like popcorn to me. I did it. It goes like. Okay, now, if you want to be all poncy and try and keep the shape of the haggis for your plate, you can do. I tend to put it into rolls so I don't have to. If I'm doing a big breakfast, then maybe I will actually do that, all right, and try and keep it nice. But I want to show you, look, it is delicate, it's soft, all right? It will break apart. I'm going to flip it one more time and see, it's all, there's parts of it coming off. That's because it's delicate. Haggis is not, it doesn't want to keep its shape. It wants to be all over the place because the recipe for making haggis is kind of all over the place, right? It wants to be everywhere, all right? We're almost done. Another 30 seconds and we're done. But, what do you need to add to the haggis in the kitchen? HP sauce. If you don't know what HP sauce is, you have never lived. And haggis and HP sauce, wow, glorious. Absolutely glorious. Glorious. Right. We're ready. We're ready to do this. We're going to do it. Let's set up the camera for looking at the haggis rolly bits. Okay, so we're gonna make a mushy mess of this, right? But this is the way to do it on a roll. If you're going to serve haggis in a roll, get your 2 slices, because it does take 2. Okay, get all the bits that have come off. Okay, stick it on. Okay, let it sit for a minute. Get that buttery goodness over it. The leftover buttery bits. Oh look, that's amazing. Look at it. Let's get right in close to this. This deserves a some sort of pretend B-roll here. Let's just go. Bam, chicka wow wow, chicka wow wow, chicka wow wow. We're doing a live B-roll of a haggis in a roll, breakfast roll, yeah. That is spectacular. Look at it. You can see the bits of the animals that make up the haggis, because it is made of bits, all sorts of bits. Okay. B-roll over. Now we need to finish presenting it to you guys. Hang on, let me get the camera angle right. There we go. Yes, that will do. Okay. There's no two bones about it. All right. We need to make this fit in the roll so it doesn't collapse on us. So we're going to gently pat it down to get to the edges, like so. Right, to make it into what looks like a big patty. Then, hang on. I can't not do this. Okay, this has to be done. I've not had McSween's haggis on its own for ages. Oh my God. That is the total taste of Scotland. I grew up near Bruntsfield, where McSween's had their first big butcher. And they made haggises there. I remember buying them. I remember going there. It was old-fashioned butcher that you got your meat, then you went to a pay window. Wow. Now they don't have that anymore. I think it's a Costa now. I'm not too sure. But they have a factory just outside Edinburgh where they do this. I might contact them and say, can I come and make a movie about haggis, please? Haggis. It makes me get all wide-eyed. That's the best stuff, right? It's the best by a long shot. Anyway, back to the haggis. Now, some people are going to be shouting, no, don't do it, Mo. Don't do it. Don't put the HP on. Screw you guys. It's a breakfast haggis. It's not a burn supper haggis. Breakfast haggis needs the added flavour of brown sauce. Close that beastie up. We are done. Roberto, that is how you cook breakfast haggis, okay? You don't grill it. It will fall to pieces because it's delicate. It wants to go everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? Absolutely. Haggis roll in the morning. This is for me. It's got brown sauce in it. You can't have that one. You can have haggis. There's 2 bits left. You can have. I'll cook you haggis for lunchtime or a mid-morning snack, whatever you want. I'm not cooking it now. I'm about to go and do the papers. Light off. Coffee in hand. Let's go and do the tech transition and make sure that the papers are on all the time so I can speak with my mouth full. There we go. Right. So Roberto, I like the idea of the lid to keep it insulated. When I grilled it, it took the taste away. When you grilled it, you're lucky that it didn't fall through the grill. Okay. If you're going to grill it, put it on a metal plate, right, with a little bit of butter and oil. Okay. So you're kind of cooking it from above and below, but you need to grill it slowly. Okay. You're better frying it in butter and olive oil. Okay. No seasonings needed because haggis is seasoned enough. And the only time that it ever gets brown sauce is when it's a breakfast roll. Truly. That is it. Right. Okay. Let's get the phone balanced there. What's going on here? Oh. Look at that. I didn't even push nothing. Hello. Right. So what we need to do is we need to do that one. That's great. Then we need to do that and that. That's better. Then we do that. I think we are done. Now we are going to leave the stream there. We're going to lock down the phone so it doesn't give us any feedback and say, hey, we're in the studio tech now. Yay! Oh, there's my lights from last night. They're getting in the way of the microphone. Hold on. Yeah, last night I was on Ron Swanson's Surviving live stream doing part 2 of our Serial Killer Sunday special on the Moors murders. Brutal. It's not the sort of thing you really enjoy speaking about on a Sunday night. It's anything to do with the murder of children is never a potent subject to talk about. But if you go to Surviving Life's YouTube and look for Serial Killer Sunday, you'll be able to see all the things me and my brother do together online. And he's got a very big channel now. It's moving on perfectly well, which is amazing. Okay, but we're here to score through the papers and eat haggis at the same time. So if I sound in a little while if I have a mouthful of food, because the mouthful of food is what it's all about. Right, we're just bringing up the pepperonis just now. Wait for them to load in. There we go, magical. Right, let's check. I've not looked at these yet because I was too excited about cooking haggis. So we are going to look at them. And if I get triggered, I apologise in advance, well and truly. Right, so breaking news. Boris Johnson warns that this is the amount of maximum risk. This is the moment of maximum risk as he urges the UK not to lose patience with the lockdown. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay, newspaper headlines. PM back in number 10 ahead of plans to get UK moving. Brilliant. Metro, coronavirus crisis. Boris back at number 10. That's amazing how it's behind bars. You deserve to be behind bars, mate. Yet you're not. The Prime Minister returning to Downing Street on Sunday night after recovering from coronavirus, which many of us don't believe that he's had. No, it doesn't say that in the papers. That's just me. Makes the front of many of the papers. The Metro says Boris Johnson will resume leading the fight against the outbreak 3 weeks after it left him fighting for his life. You know, whether he did or he didn't, he was taken out of the decision-making process, which is something that he likes. He doesn't like public scrutiny. We will see now if he becomes a leader. So let's draw a line in the sand, right? We're not going to forgive him for any of his past doings or undoings or anything at all like that. We will not do that, all right? What we will do is we'll draw a line in the sand. We will not forget what's already happened. We will not forgive. We will criticize as well. But we're just going to sit back and see if he is the leader that he says he's going to be. We will see if he's going to be the leader that leads us out of this crisis. We will see if he's got uncharacteristic good policies in place to actually do something. So we've said it here at 9:47 on the 27th of April on YouTube live. We are watching you, Boris. We are watching you. The world is watching you. And if you screw this up, it's your own fault. Okay? It's yeah, I agree with you, Barry. Can't resume the fight if he's never actually led. Totally agree. Let's move past the next into the next paper. Daily Express, Boris, I'll get Britain moving but won't risk lives. That's a good thing. I'm glad, Boris. Wow. Here we go. My Captain Tom, my 100,000 thank yous to the great British public. Amazing. What a guy. You've got to admire the old man. Has he come back from Vegas? Because he was away doing the strippers and coke thing with the 20 million, wasn't he? I thought he was. Crazy. I genuinely hope that Boris does get Britain moving and he won't risk the lives of people. Daily Express claims the PM has vowed to get Britain moving but won't risk lives. It says he will start preparing the groundwork for easing of lockdown from early next month. Right, okay, so is that easing the lockdown early next month or the planning will start next month? It's a bit ambiguous. The Daily Rag. How to have a lighter lockdown. Lose up to a stone for the summer. Yay! No. PM returns to number 10 after brush with death. No, don't believe it. He'll take full control of Corona fight today. Nope, don't believe it. He is behind bars, where he deserves to be. Boris bounces back to get UK moving. Nah. This is not triggering me. This is boring me. I'm bored. I'm actually bored. Bored. I'm bored. Well, what can I say? The guy's a maniac. Maniac. Okay, right. Mr. Johnson returns also the focus of the Daily Rag, which reports that he will chair a war cabinet. Big, bad, bold words there from the BBC, quoting the Daily Mail rag paper. On Monday morning, ahead of talks with individual cabinet ministers. I wonder if he'll reshuffle and get rid of some people. I wonder if he'll get rid of Dominic Cumming. Hope he does. That's the best thing he can do. I would give him a lot more credibility if he got rid of that man. The paper adds that top-level discussions on the next steps in the lockdown will be held later on this evening. Amazing. Telegraph. Johnson to ease the lockdown this week. No, I just said on back here that they're planning to do it next month. Now, wait now, Telegraph is saying this week. No, for goodness sake. Oh, there's Board Panda. Amazing. We like the Board Panda website here. I get some of my memes from there. What does it say? Prime Minister will announce plans for easing the lockdown as early as this week. No! People are stupid. Don't believe the papers. They're full of garbage. That's why we read them from Mojax Happy's point of view. He will critique the papers from his opinion. That's my opinion. It's not fact, but it's my opinions. Okay. According to According to the Daily Telegraph, it says his allies have hinted he could decide to modify elements of the lockdown before the next official review on the 7th of May. Okay, amazing. That's a big assumption. Daddy hug. Daddy hug. Thank you, Daddy hug. Good, good. The Times. Look at that. Ministers plan how to get Britain back in business. Zero the debt. Zero everybody's debts, mortgages. Bankrupt the banks. Get the banks to pay us out. Put more pounds in the pockets of the people. We'll start spending. Economy booms. Bang! There you go. Easy peasy. Okay? No, not super inflation. Just buy from people that will keep their prices the same. That's how it works. Okay? The elite won't do that. They want to keep us enslaved. Go and watch the Venus Project. The choice is ours. Go and watch the Venus Project. The choice is ours. And join us tonight because we're discussing the very alternative paradigm that we can have tonight. Go and watch it. Okay? 10 o'clock. Okay? The Round Table, our new show. Come and watch it. It's going to be awesome. Awesome, I tell you. Amazingly awesome. Hold on a second.
There's another YouTube channel.
No, I'm not. No, we're not talking about other people's YouTube channels. Go and see if the product's okay. Right, the government has appointed advisors to help draw up guidance to enable companies to get back to work and prevent the economy from collapsing. The economy has collapsed. Are they kidding themselves? The reports the Times. It says the PM will lead a morning meeting with the morning meeting with the virus response committee, but is not expected to appear in the daily press briefings until later this week. Okay. PM returns to face critics and talk of new normal. Hey, wow. Do you know who said the new normal first? Do you know who put that on the plate for everybody? Wow. That was Nicola Sturgeon. Scotland will have to accept the new normal. Yep. We are going into a whole different way of living, people. Okay, which we're going to talk about in a couple of weeks' time as well. All right, on the Monday show, I'm going to put the discussion out to how we move forward as people. Okay, not just what the government says, but how do we deal with the future of society, which is going to be quite interesting as well. But yeah, the new normal. Nicola Sturgeon said it first. Don't let Boris take the credit for that. Hashtag Nicola for Prime Minister. And I'll be the Deputy Prime Minister because I'm amazing. Okay, right. What a load of crap. Won't risk lives. So we have PPE and enough medical staff? Nah, thought not. Barry is getting triggered in his house just now. I can feel the vibe. Get in the car, Barry. Bring the tech over. We'll get triggered together, brother. We will get triggered together. That's what we need to do. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Awesome. Right, back to the papyrus. I can't stand... Oh, that's what we're talking about. People running around with stupid costumes on. Crazy. The Guardian says the Prime Minister returns and pressure to explain how schools and businesses can reopen without putting lives at risk. The paper claims the government has given the clearest signal yet of how it hopes to manage the next phase of the pandemic. No, it's not. Oh my God. It is not given any signals. It's just bullshit talk. Oh, where's the potty? Potty mouth. Potty mouth. Potty mouth in the morning. Here we go. Potty mouth in the morning. Hello. Luke, I am your father. I am Potty Mouth Vader. Okay? Potty Mouth Vader. May the farce be with you. That's what Boris is all about. Getting the farce together. I just want to say, it's really disappointing that we live in a world where people can say things in the newspapers, and even more disappointing that the public do not hold them to account. What's wrong with people? Have we been conditioned to accept a coffee shop lifestyle too much? No? I don't know. Let's move on. I'm not even reading that. Daily Star. Let's open our pub gardens. Let's not. People will just get drunk and not care anymore. Let's open our pub gardens is the headline of the Daily Star, which reports comments from government scientific advisor Sir Robert Dingwall backing the move if landlords are sensible about crowd numbers. Well, unfortunately, we're not Iceland. Okay, we are not sensible. Our people are stupid because they believe the headlines. Sorry, British public, you are. Okay, you are. Right, I've said this as well. Saying it at 5 to 10, I'm saying that if you believe things, all right, and don't do anything about it, or if you believe things, you're silly, all right? If you don't believe it and complain about it and do nothing, okay, then you're just as bad. Well, what am I? What are you doing then, Mojax Happy? What are you doing? You're talking about it. Well, I occasionally drop an email to politicians. Is that going to do anything? Not much. I occasionally drop an email to Nicola Sturgeon. Yep, I get replies from her too. All right. What else do I do? I am here right now talking about it live. I am talking about this live. To basically bring this to the attention of people, to try and slap them hard in the face with a big fish and say, wake up, the papers are garbage, you're getting brainwashed into a coffee shop lifestyle of complacency and apathy, and you're going to be walked over, you're going to lose everything, it's going to be crazy. And I'm going to stop there because Morgan Riley's come in. Good morning, Morgan. How are you? Glad to have you here. You just caught me mid-rant when you came in. I'm glad you're here. You've brought me back down to zero. Thank you kindly. I was about to throw the potty again over my head for potty mouth. Here we go. It's Potty Mouth Monday. Hi, this is the Potty Mouth. Potty Mouth Monday. We like to talk potty on a Monday. Potty Mouth Monday. Hashtag Potty Mouth Monday. We're going to make that a thing. Okay? We're going to make that a thing. We're going to make some merch and we're going to have hashtag Potty Mouth Monday. All right? That's what it's going to be. You go back down there. Every time I feel a bad word coming on, I will pick this up so you know that I'm about to swear. So let's just do it just now. Boris Johnson. The state of the government decision-making process. I swear to God. My mum would be like, haggis with HP sauce. Yes, we also cooked haggis earlier on, Morgan. You missed that. You have to watch back the stream. Look, I still have the roll right here. I've not taken a bite out of it yet, so it'll be getting cold, but I don't mind that. It will still be delicious. Cold haggis is better. Hold on. Oh, cold haggis is not better. It's just fine. That's my son. Right, back to the papers. Back to the papyruses. Remade for TV. Ian Hyde, perfect crime revamps. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. All living ex-prime ministers unite to back Mirror for medical campaign. Can we say, oh my God, there is a gallery of rogues if I've ever I'm going to have to come back. Let's screen capture that. I'm going to meme the crap out of that. Print screen, thank you. Major Blair Brown Cameron May. Every single one of those people are... What are they? Every one of those people my God! There we go. Happy days. Happy days. I used potty mouth. What can I say? These people right here, okay, are the reason why our Great Britain is not great anymore, and the reason why Scotland is pushing towards independence more than it ever has. John Major was just a grey man, boring. He had some decent policies, but he was a Tory. He took over, if I'm not mistaken, from Margaret Thatcher. So he was like a transitional prime minister without really, he had to sort of like manage the damage that Thatcher had done to Scotland. So he was never going to be popular up here. Then we've got Tony Blair. Blair because he's a liar. Okay, Blair. Do you get what I'm doing there? Blair. Tony Blair. All right. Tony Blair was the first, Labour leader that got to be prime minister in a very long time. I believed him until he took us to war in the Gulf. He took us to war in the Gulf on lies. He became very good friends with George Bush and basically believed everything about 9/11. Okay, 9/11 was an inside job. Okay, that's another story. All right. But Blair, he actually allowed, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure that he wrote something in that was going to allow Scotland to have a referendum. It was kind of him that pushed it in, if I'm not mistaken. But we had to go through two further prime ministers, Brown and Cameron. We got into the world of Cameron before we got the referendum on our independence. Brown sold all Britain's gold. Okay, and he now comes out of they let him out of his little rabbit hutch whenever they want to try and have a talking head to talk the Scottish people down from independence. And all it does is it just rubs a nasty couple of trees graters over the bones on our back until they're raw. And I actually would take great pleasure in punching that man in the face till he starts to bleed from his ears. Okay, I really would. I feel violence towards Gordon Brown. I shouldn't be saying that. Okay, but I do. I feel violence towards that man, because he's a proper Scotsman, and he just belittles the Scottish people in ways that make the other four look like they're actually kilt-wearing, haggis-eating, Robert Burns poetry, iron brew drinking Scots people. Robert Brown he's a Scotsman. Blair's a Scotsman as well, but he sounds more English, right? But Brown is, you can hear it. I'm Gordon Brown, and I'm full of shite. Oh. I'm Gordon Brown, and I'm full of the stuff that kids do in potties. This one's empty because I've eaten it, because my mouth's full of it. All right? Gordon Brown. Gordon Brown, texture like shit. Oh God, I really don't like the man. You can tell, can't you? I'm quite happy to sit in a Boris Johnson world over a Gordon Brown world. Not because Gordon Brown is innately evil or anything like that, or stupid. He's not a stupid man, right? He's just awful as a person. He is shit at life. He really, really is. I've only used that phrase about people being shit at life on 3 occasions in my life. This is actually the 3rd time. I will not tell you who is shit at life in the other 2 occasions. It's not fair to them. People watching this might know them. All right. So I am not going to actually say, but I could go on about Gordon Brown all goddamn day. But I'm not. I'm gonna bring up the little picture of me so I can be accountable to my feelings about it. Then we've got Cameron. Oh my God, Cameron. Let's go and offer the UK, who are innately stupid and brainwashed about the EU, a chance to vote on leaving the EU, and then let's resign and put Theresa May in charge. Wow. And then Theresa May comes along and doesn't do any investigation into the pros and cons of leaving the EU. She just goes and does it. She triggers Article 50 without any discussion, without any investigation, without turning around and saying, right, what we're going to do is over the next 2 years, we're going to put a committee together and we're going to look at the pros and cons. Then we're going to offer that to the public and say, here's what we can do. All right, you voted to leave. These are the options. This is the report, 100% transparency, open findings. There you go. Do you still want this? Yeah? Right then. If you still want this, we're going to do a general election and you can vote to see if you want it or not. Okay? Then we could have moved forward. But no, Theresa May was a backroom stooge of the big people that had offshore banking accounts that want to hide their billions, not pay tax on it because of the new laws that are coming in from the EU regarding offshore banking. Yes, I've said that today as well. Wow, we're really on board for all sorts of crazy things today, aren't we? This is mental, mental. Anyway, enough about the Rogues Gallery. Enough about, I swear to God, that's just the best target practice set of targets to have. I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to get arrested for saying all this. I don't care. I don't care. Daily Mirror leads on its own campaign calling for NHS coronavirus heroes to be given a medal. Oh, piss off. The paper says it has the backing of all living former prime ministers. That, you know what? Nah. A medal's fine, all right? Oh, they walk around with a medal. Look at me, we're amazing. We got a medal for putting our lives on the line. No, give them a pay rise. Give them a week's extra holiday. You know, I think that would motivate them more. That would be, I'll tell you what, let's start our own campaign. Okay, let's start our own campaign called Pay the NHS. Pay the NHS heroes. Okay, I think that is a great idea, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, all this nonsense, this Britishness, this absolute poncy, stiff upper lip crap that we've got going on in this country about turning round and saying, let's give the carers a green badge. Oh, incidentally, remember those green badges that the health secretary said, we're going to wear these with pride. You have to buy them. Do you hear that? Remember those green badges? The NHS workers have little blue ones that say NHS. People that work in care homes or are third-party carers or are carers in the home, like my mum goes and does a bit of caring, all right? They can have a badge as well that says care, but it's like a light green colour. Yeah, you have to buy them. You have to buy those badges. They don't even get them, okay? They have to buy them. Let that sink in again. They have to buy those badges. So are the NHS going to be buying their own fucking medals? Oh, God. Are the NHS going to buy their own medals? Yes, they probably will. Do they get a discount at Costa Coffee for having a medal? No, they don't. Do they get anything other than saying they have a medal? Yes, they do. So, 20 years from now, hey, Mama, Grandma, you were alive during the coronavirus. What did you do? As I put my life on the line for an invisible enemy that we couldn't shoot with bombs or bullets and did amazing things like that. Oh, really? What did you get? I got this medal. What? What does that do? Well, it looks pretty on the shelf gathering dust. Brilliant. Astounding. No. Let's not give them medals, okay? Let's appreciate them honestly and sincerely and say, hey, look, we know that we're not prepared for this. Let us do free tuition for future doctors and nurses, right up to PhD level for doctors. Let's keep them in the country. If we pay for their education for the same length of time as we paid for their education, I think that's fair. If it takes 6-7 years to become a fully fledged doctor and they're getting everything paid for tuition wise, then they have to be a doctor in this country for the same length of time. Okay, that's step one. Abolish the tuition fees completely. Step 2, okay? And appreciate them with the pay that they deserve. All right? I think that's simple. That is easy. I'm a bit triggered. Just put them in the... Save time. I have to put the potty on my head. Hang on. Does it go round? There we go. I'm officially a pothead. Okay? Officially. Proper pothead. Okay, we're not doing that because it's balancing and it will fall off and we'll have a terrible sound of the mic hitting
the floor probably. That's just really upset me. The Sun. We salute unsung heroes of the lockdown. The Home Front. Yeah. Heroes of the coronavirus crisis also feature on the front of The Sun, which pays tribute to the unsung workers helping families stuck at home in lockdown. Bus drivers, shopkeepers, cleaners are among those saluted by the paper, and so rightly so as well. BOE warns banks on loan reserves that risks choking business. I don't care. The economy's broken, right? It's broken. We're going to have 10 years of this nonsense. 10 years. 10 years of dealing with this crisis and the aftermath unless we change. That's the papers. So we've cooked a bit of haggis. We've made some coffee. We looked at the weather. We've ranted with potty mouth, etc. etc. Tonight we are on at 10 o'clock. We have our brand spanking new show called The Round Circle. 10 o'clock we are looking at, because it's not the round circle, the round table, because we're doing round table sort of as a name for the thing, the King Arthur round table, where everybody has an equal say, except when I say shut up because I'm King Arthur, I'm the king. Okay, I will facilitate the conversation and try my best to keep it in the direction it's supposed to go in. But tonight we're going to be dissecting and reviewing a great movie called King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword. I'm going to go and watch it again this morning. That's what I'm going to do. I really like it. And we're also going to be looking at an alternative way for running the planet on what they called a resource-based economy. If you don't know what that is, go and look up on YouTube the Venus Project and look for their hour and a half long documentary called The Choice Is Ours. It is worth it. The first half hour tells you how crap the world is, and the second sort of half builds you up with a different way of thinking. Typical way of brainwashing people into a cult, make them feel crap, make them feel good. It's not brainwashed me. I've cherry-picked the bits that I think are the best for it. I recommend it, and I recommend watching it and joining us tonight, because it'll be an interesting and lively chat about it all. I think Barry's coming on. I think Cognac and Jason are coming on, which means we've got 2 spots. We have 2 spots left. If anybody else wants to join us for chit chat, you don't need to be the camera on. You can switch your camera off and just be in podcast mode. If you don't want to show your happy, shiny faces, that's cool as well. We will always have you on the show. If you want to be on the show, join our Discord. Barry, is the Discord / thing working properly yet? Because we could use that. The radioapocalypse.live / Discord. If it's working, we can stick that on. But, excuse me. If you can't get onto our Discord for whatever reasons, go to the Radio Apocalypse Instagram, which is radio_apocalypse on Instagram. Follow us there. Like all our posts, comment on all our posts, share them to your story, because what this does is it makes the algorithm love us. Absolutely love us. It goes, oh, look at all this positive influence, all this stuff coming in. And then it moves it forward and makes more people go. I publicly launched the website, the Instagram, I think it was on Friday. And, we're moving forward. I think we're above 25 people that are subscribed to that now. Let's have a look. I've not looked at it proper this morning for the amount of people, but this is all to do with the algorithm and stuff. Here we go. Wow, 35. That's amazing. 35. And it's more of a shiny, sort of less personal thing. It's more of a professional Instagram with sort of adverty pictures on it, a couple of videos. I'm about to go and make a couple of videos for it today as well. So it should be fine. Right, cool. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to quickly test this just now. www.radioapocalypse.live /Discord. And have I spelled all that correct? I have. And let's check it out. We're going forward just now. We're just going to check to see if that does the do. It's going in. It says discord.com invite. I mean, it might not work for me because I'm already invited in part of it. It says invite invalid. The invite may be expired, or you may have to not have permission to join. It might just be because I'm already in it. I might have to make a dummy account up for it. Listen, excuse me. I'm away to watch the movie again just now. Please join us tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be quite cool. If you've not watched the King Arthur movie, it's well worth it. It's not like a fantasy epic. It's kind of more of a modern Cockney wanker type thing of looking at it. Okay, so yeah, you'll understand if you watch it. You know what I mean by a Cockney wanker. All right? You guys are great. I appreciate you coming on today. And we didn't have my phone falling out the window. Isn't that astounding? Hold on a second. It will work in 5 minutes. I have had an update from our technical wizard. See, that's the thing I use for my phone. And he says it will be working in 5 minutes. So www.radioapocalypse.live/Discord, and you will be there. You will be able to join if you've not already joined. Sell it on all your home pages. Sell it on all of them. Just say, here, go and join this community. They're amazing. And you know something? It's you guys that have made it amazing so far. Take care, and we will see you this evening. My name is Donald Trump, and I like to inject some bleach. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Bleach is your friend. It will get rid of the coronavirus. Yes, it will. It will do. It will do. It will do.